Update 2. You're just a disappointment, my dad laughed as he destroyed my research lab. Real scientists don't work from home. Mom filmed it all, giggling. I stayed silent. 3 days later, when they saw my name on the International Space Station project. Then. The next morning, a fleet of official vehicles pulled up to our house. Men and women in hazmat suits began carefully documenting and collecting everything from my lab, even the broken equipment. My father stormed out, face red with anger. What is this? You can't bring these people here, he shouted, trying to block their path. A tall woman in a crisp suit approached him, holding up her credentials. Sir, we're with the International Space Research Division. This laboratory contains classified materials. Please step aside. Mom came running out, phone ready to record again. But another agent stopped her. Ma'am, this is a classified operation. No recordings allowed. In fact, I'll need to delete your video from yesterday. My video? You can't do that. Mom clutched her phone protectively. Actually, we can. This falls under national security protocols. The agent held out her hand expectantly. I watched from my car as they secured the area. Dr. Patel stood beside me reviewing the preliminary reports. Your Arctic moss strain is remarkable, Alexandra. The resistance it shows to extreme conditions, it's exactly what we've been looking for. I know, I said quietly. That's why I was so careful with my research. The applications for long-term space missions are incredible. A commotion drew our attention. Diane had arrived, designer handbag swinging as she marched toward the house. What's going on? We're supposed to be meeting the real estate agent today. The house is temporarily under government control, an agent informed her. No real estate transactions can proceed until our investigation is complete. Investigation. My father's voice cracked. What investigation? Dr. Patel stepped forward. Mr. Mitchell, your daughter's research facility contained highly sensitive materials crucial to our next space station mission. By destroying unauthorized portions of her lab, you may have compromised national security. I watched their faces transform from confusion to shock. Mom had gone pale, her phone forgotten in her limp hand. Diane stood frozen. Her perfect makeup couldn't hide her growing panic. Space station, Dad whispered. But she was just growing moss. Specially adapted Arctic moss, Dr. Patel corrected him. Moss that could help us create sustainable oxygen production in space. Moss that your daughter has been developing for the past 6 years under strict government observation. My sister turned to me, her designer sunglasses slipping down her nose. You're working with the space program. Not just working with them, Dr. Patel smiled. Alexandra is leading our biological adaptation team. Her research is revolutionizing how we approach long-term space habitation. Dad took a stumbling step toward me. Why didn't you tell us? I tried for 6 years. I tried to explain my work. You didn't want to hear it. You were too busy filming my failures and planning to give away my house. But Diane's business, Mom started weakly. We'll have to wait, the agent cut in. This property is now under federal protection. Nobody's selling anything. I turned to Dr. Patel. Is everything secured? He nodded. The samples are safe. We'll have them transferred to the new facility by tonight. New facility? Diane asked. Yes, I replied, finally allowing myself a small smile. My new research center, the one NASA built specifically for my team. The weight of what they'd almost destroyed finally seemed to hit them. My father, who laughed while throwing away my pathetic samples, now stood silent as government agents carefully preserved every scrap of data from my lab. My mother, who filmed my embarrassing work, watched as her video was deleted under national security protocols. Alexandra, Dad's voice was barely a whisper. Save it, I cut him off. I have a meeting with the space station design team in an hour. Dr. Patel, shall we? As we drove away, I caught one last glimpse of my family in the rearview mirror. They stood huddled together, watching as their plans crumbled around them, finally understanding exactly what they failed to destroy. But this wasn't about revenge. It was about something much bigger than their small-minded vision of success. My work would help humanity reach for the stars while they remained stuck in their earthbound prejudices. Tomorrow, the official announcements would begin. My name would be everywhere as NASA revealed their breakthrough in sustainable space habitation. But today, watching my parents' world shatter like the test tubes they'd broken was satisfaction enough. Dr. Patel glanced at me as we turned onto the highway, ready to change the world. I smiled, thinking of all the times my family had mocked my dreams. I already have. They just didn't know it until now.